happened in the monkey story?
Anoman. Yes. He made a promise to bring Cinta home.
Was he lucky?
He got caught, and flames rose. A huge fire. Yes, a man will always admire.
What happened in the monkey story?
Anoman. Yes. He made a promise to bring Cinta home.
Was he lucky?
He got caught, and flames rose. A huge fire.
And guys, we are back to day 1 of week 3, the last phase of arena stage. We are looking at phase 2 today. Very exciting matches. Not too many in the first half of the show today, but we are jumping straight into the round robin, and I'm here with Private Answer.
That's exactly right. One match, one series that we just kind of got through there kind of showed the domination of N19, wondering if they're going to be able to carry that momentum here into phase 2, into that round robin, as we take a look at some of the standings here right now.
Yeah, so for today, we've seen N19 versus Fire Legion Esports with a dominating clean sweep 2-0 up against Fire Legion Esports, putting themselves into phase 2 of today's matches. Now, the second series, STMN Esports, they are representing North America, representing the Americas at the KML, so they won't be participating, unfortunately, in today's matches. But best of luck to them in Asia and their chance for KMW. Now, the last series we didn't get to see because Trolls Inc. Decided to troll a little bit today, and that puts their competitor Flash Smilodon back into the phase 2, and now we will see 3 teams compete up against each other for one chance to be the challenger of this week.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Phase 2 will be our best of 1 round robin scenario. Each team will face against each other. 3 teams there, 1 team will reign supreme. There is a very small chance of each team, I think, getting 1 point, and then we've got some interesting things that happen there to try to be the tiebreaker for it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at our first competing team.
Yeah, looking at the roster for Midnight Thieves, we have Lost in the Sauce for Clash Lane, SCV in the jungle, Team Oclara in the mid lane, Ultraronx in the roam, and Super Makoko in the gold lane, and Loch just sitting there waiting for his turn.
Such interesting names coming from all of these teams, but their competition here in this arena will be we'll take a look at their opponents in just a moment there, but I think that's supposed to be Timo Clara, like a lesser, maybe higher version. Here, N19 team members, it's going to be B tier mid bringing up the Clash lane. Fred will be our jungler. The mid mage position picked up by Sui. The roam position by Ayaka. And farm lane will be taken up by Kevin. We just saw that not really a bench warmer there. Pigwin actually played the mid lane here for Sui in our last game and had a very dominating performance.
Yeah, Pigwin put his name on the map for us with that Angela, that godly mage. Might be A tier or S tier mid if we're talking about it. But draft seems to be ready for this first game of phase 2. Let's take a look at what the teams have in store for us, Private.
Oh, I'm actually very excited to see that Fire Legion Esports immediately pick up a Nagudo. They're going to go there. They're going to take that off the board. We're going to take it. It's been so strong. We're going to see how this pairs up with a Leon Poe with that tankiness. If we're going to be able to dive underneath these towers to get that to get some of that damage. Actually, that's not going to be Fire Legion Esports. That is going to be Midnight Thieves on that side. So I just want to make sure. I was just like, well, something's odd here. But yeah, that's going to be Midnight Thieves on the right side there. SCV on the Agudo. And they've also picked up the Fuzi.
Yeah, the Fuzi has been banned all throughout the tournament pretty much as well. So having that available for the side of Midnight Thieves, that might be their lucky week this week, Private. I mean, they got a free roll into the phase 2, and now some very dominating picks up for grabs on their side. The Agudo, we've seen so far almost a perfect win rate. So will this game continue that momentum for this hero that's clearly dominating this tournament and dominating the jungler lane? Now for N19, we do see the Lon and the Youngjen picked up. Youngjen and Dahlia, very dominating combo as well.
Yeah, very interesting here. We do have the Dolia pickup, which has been, it's usually one of the stronger, I want to say, support pickups for most of the teams. It just depends on when you're able to use that cooldown reset here, especially with a Yang Jian. You're going to be able to use those site of origin lasers. I think you can use them 3 times with a normal ultimate, but if you have a Dolia on your team, that means you're going to be able to use them 6 times. That is an immense amount of health that you're going to be able to take back for your team, for the tanking for your team there. On the opposite side there, Midnight Thieves are going to go ahead and pick up the Nuwa, try to get into that late game damage that they need.
Yeah, Nuwa very dominating mid laner right now in this current patch. We've seen Nuwa almost getting a very high win rate as well, but in response, Byron picked out looking to lock in for N19. I mean, Byron is just really tanky in the early game. Their entire composition, actually, it might be the Liampo. The Liampo is definitely a S tier clash laner right now. He has so much potential and also cheeky plays in store for him. So I really do like the lineup for N19 and paired up with the Lady Gen that could do a lot of CC and has some peel for herself as well.
That'd be the Guan Yu for N19. It's as a beard man myself, I am able to distinguish between the heavier and smaller beards of our Lianpo and Guan Yu. They do get confusing though. Lianpo already picked up for Midnight Thieves, so I kind of cheated. I already recognized that was on the enemy team. But the Guan Yu having that big ability, especially with the cavalry, it just means that you're going to have a team that's coming at you from multiple different directions there. Really great, and I've talked about this before, especially when it comes to having a Nuwa on your team, somebody who really needs to focus on one direction and the damage they're outputting there. B tier mid's going to be able to come in from a flank and really be able to surprise them.
Yeah, and the pair up between Aguro and the DJB.Zero, right? They have so much macro plays in store for them and able to shred the health bar off the towers really quickly. So N19 really have to be prepared and defend not only their towers, but also control the rhythm of the game to ensure that they get to that late game potential and get some really good team fights that utilizes their comp.
Yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see if they can do that. It really kind of gets into it. How are we protecting our jungle? How are we getting into these early games? Are we not making the mistakes that we need to allow the enemy to get all these little tiptoes ahead of us by like the first minute mark? Midnight Thieves, they made it here into phase 2. Let's see if they can kind of put that together with a cohesive strategy in the opening minutes here.
Yeah, and the game is ready. Private Dancer, let's dance ourselves into the first round robin game of today.
I'm expecting to see, I mean, we already saw, I mean, Midnight Thieves, they were able to get themselves a little bit of a bye here into phase 2. So what better way to kind of really show that we belong than to maybe even be able to get a surprise victory off of N19. I want to see I want to see protection here in the early game. Already going to have, you see a rotating coming down, Ayaka onto the bottom lane. They're looking to try to get themselves a little bit of a surprise. Has to use that. Oh, flash, but it is not enough. Look, takes a big hit there and a first blood for N19.
I mean, N19 is definitely continuing their aggression throughout today. I mean, they had 2 aggressive games in the first phase of today, and now putting that momentum and bringing it into their game against Midnight Thief, with Long taking in that first kill.
Yeah, and these are those little things, paying attention to the mini-map, understanding the rotations from mid. As soon as mid had gotten cleared up, you got to understand they're coming for your lane. Make yourself scarce, try to get close to your tower. Unfortunately, even with a flash out there, you've wasted a spell and you've taken a death. So, I mean, it puts you a little bit behind. Not too far just yet. They're not able to get too many more kills off of that, but already you can see Ayaka waiting, biding their time in a great position to try to surprise bottom.
Yeah, for Midnight Thieves, they really have to look out for the early game. But if they really are able to get to the late game and have new some items, have foods to pop off towards late game. Oh, an engage coming in.
Yeah, and he runs smartly for his team. May be able to get away there, taken down to about 10% health. You can see the rest of his team looking for the engagement. They find a kill onto Futsi. SCV is down. Timo Clara down as well. 4-0. What a great play coming from B tier mid. He baits out the abilities. The rest of, I want to say, Midnight Thieves, they come in for the engagement. They don't realize that N19 is right behind them. B tier mid squeezes through his own team as they provide that suppressive fire and 3 kills of their own.
Yeah, Youngjian just rose immediately not to dive too deep under the tower, but another clash happening in this jungle as Youngjian takes the red buff from Aguro.
Oh man, look at the damage there. SCV. Oh, look at the freezing coming out. He's going to be able to inch his way toward that little health plant. He is able to get it, but right now 4-0 right now. The momentum firmly in N19 at the bottom off a screen. Down goes Look on that D Renze. A pickup there by Kevin.
I mean, look at this Guan Yu just rolling around and just taking Fuzi down like that. 1 versus 1. That's how strong he is in the clash lane right now. And Aguro, I mean, just now we saw Lady Jen kind of pop off in the early game as well. Just the frozen ability that she has. You cannot be too clamped up together with your team, right? You really, when you have something like that up against you, you need to watch out for your positioning and not, and it kind of breaks apart your positioning and the synergy that you have with your team.
Yeah, Lady Shen is just a great pickup, especially when you're going up against something like an Aguro who's going to dive underneath your tower. As a Lady Shen, you can place your ultimate underneath there. You can place your stun underneath there. It's a great counter there. As you can see, the rest of the team coming in here. They do find a kill onto Timo Clara. Now trying to dive underneath the tower. SCV in trouble. Lasers are out and down goes the bear. SCV down for the count. 8-0 for N19.
Oh, it's looking like what we've seen so far today. Private 8-0 at the 4-minute mark and a decisive 4K gold lead in favor of N19.
Yeah, and they're not stopping. They immediately go for the enemy jungle. They're going to go ahead behind the flank onto this tower so they can start building up that macro support that they need. Side towers look to be doing very well. Actually, I want to say DJB.Zero, look, at the bottom is going to probably be able to get himself some momentum, pick himself up a tower, and make this a 1-for-1 trade.
I mean, he understands his assignment, right? He's so good at just pushing the tower and pretty tanky as well as a farm laner. So he's able to kind of let his team do their job and at the same time push down the towers. And a bit of a team fight happening in the pit right now, Private.
Yeah, unfortunate for the side of the Midnight Thieves there. That was not a fight that they want. There's too much damage on the side of N19, and you throw your bear in there, you try to get your tankiness up, but you are just getting shredded there. Right now, Kevin just having such a great game. He's got his items. He's able to kind of lock on with a lot of his auto attacks, and once these fights start, if he's in the background, if nobody's able to get to him, he's just able to kind of just throw some free fire out onto them and really chunk them down.
Yeah, you bring up a good point, Private. Right? Like for Lone this game, there's not much that can close the distance and really get to the backline. And as a marksman that did just more skill shot based, he just needs to stand from afar and kind of do his combos, and that is going to inflict a lot of damage on the enemy team.
Yeah, Infinite Vastness has been used, looking for another engagement here. Annihilation Laser comes out from Clara and still not able to find the advantage, but look at all of the damage coming out from Kevin, making short work of this mid lane tower. That's all the tier 1s taken down for the side of Midnight Thieves. The rest of N19 trying to push their will through this mid lane. Now looking for the tier 2, mounting a little bit of an offense is Midnight Thieves, looking big onto the back end. They go ahead, lock onto Ferd, but he's already got a lot of those cooldowns. He's super tanky and they are not able to stop the push.
Is there light at the end of the tunnel, right? Private for Midnight Thieves. Right now they're looking at a 9K gold deficit, almost 10K here at the 6-minute mark. A lot of items decked out on the side of N19.
I mean, there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, but is it going to be victory or is it going to be the sweet release of death at the 10-minute mark that N19 seems to be going for here, pushing in through the bottom lane here? onto the high grounds, looking for an engagement. They do catch one onto Artron. Is it going to be enough? They are going to have to go back to the base. No more members having to leave back to the base, and they are making mincemeat of this bottom tower. They don't even have minions here, so they're just rotating the aggro of those tower shots, and that's just telling you the skill level and the confidence coming from N19. They don't even have minions. They're rotating those tower shots off of each one of their members to try to put the damage on there.
And looking at Lady Zhen, right? If she's not able to get anyone on the team for Midnight Thieves, she can at least get one person, and that's Aduro. Aduro hasn't had a great game so far. She just keeps getting frozen and pushed back, rolling back for his life into the base, and there goes the Lian Po.
Yeah, and I was going to say that there really isn't too much anti-heal on the team of N19. I did see a blazing cape out there though, so they do have a little bit of anti-heal, but I mean, when you're this far ahead, raw damage is going to be able to kind of eat through the healing of Midnight Club's composition here. Now working on the mid high ground tower, now just left with the bottom one, but are they even going to go for it? They have minions coming in through the bottom. You see that Annihilation Laser trying to clear them out there. Long picks up a kill onto fellow marksman from the opposing team, looking for another as Agudo goes down. Now onto the back line, minions at the door, trying to put the auto attacks on there. 50%. I don't know if they want. I'm pretty sure they could possibly take down this score, but they're taking their time as minions begin to spawn. 8 minutes and 32 seconds. Auto attacks from Kevin. That's going to do it. 8 minutes and 30-second game here for N19, victorious against Midnight Thieves.
Victorious indeed. There goes our first round robin victory to N19. One game only on taking down Midnight Thieves, and so many S's on the board.
Yeah, definitely big triple S for Ferd. We talked about it, that team up with Ayaka here on this Adolia. When you're able to kind of get those resets onto your ultimates, when you're able to get to the back line, the damage, the health regen that he has with that ultimate is just huge. And we talked about it too when we were taking a look at some of the items. They weren't even able to build too much. I don't even think they started building anti-heal items until about the 7-minute mark. And especially against a composition like this, of Midnight Thieves, they just were able to manhandle with just raw damage alone to really kind of offset this.
Yeah, I mean, 38% damage coming in from this Lady Zhen, right? I mean, I think half of that went on to Aguro, and that is exactly where you want it to be. When you have such tanky front lines, and you're able to kind of suppress them and not let them do what they do best. Now, great game for N19, very decisive victory, and they're on a roll today, Privates. They got 3 dominating games, 2 dominating series, and now they just secured themselves their first victory in phase 2.
Yeah, they have themselves one more victory to go if they want to be moving on to the to our final phase here. But shades of Flash Smilodon last week, where they just N19 have had a very dominating opening here on Saturday. Like you said, 3 games in a row so far, and they seem unstoppable.
Yeah, I mean, unstoppable is their name. Today, let's take a look at the standing and recap the victories that we've seen so far from N19. So in the morning, we see N19 at 2-0 up against Fire Legion Esports. Stamina right now in Asia, so they're not able to participate. And Flash Smilodon gets an auto win as Trolls Inc. pulls out.
Yeah, and unfortunate for some of those teams, like we said, Flash Smilodon competing in the Americas. So good luck to them in Asia. Very happy to see, very eager to watch and see how well they do. But the story of the North American Kings Arena here is in phase 2. N19 with a victory over Midnight Thieves. But the next match, I want to say, probably the one that a lot of fans are looking for. It doesn't matter how dominant you are. It's been these teams, N19 and Flash Smilodon, have really kind of been duking it out here on the Saturdays to see who goes forward. With the most part, it's been Flash Smilodon who have been successful. But will N19 be able to change that with the momentum behind them here today?
Yeah, will they continue the momentum? We'll have to see, right? And for everyone watching, all the fans of the Americas, make sure you support Stamina Esports in their journey at KML. Best of luck to the team, and hopefully they have a great series in Asia as well. And for everybody, let's take a short break, and we'll be back for the next game of Phase 2.
Grandpa, what happened in the monkey story?
Anoman. Yes, he made a promise to bring Cinta home.
Was he lucky?
He got caught, and flames rose. A huge fire.
He is a legend.
Yes, a man will always admire.
happened in the monkey story?
Anoman. Yes, he made a promise to bring Cinta home.
Was he lucky?
He got caught, and flames rose. A huge fire.
He is a legend.
Yes, a man will always admire.
Grandpa, what happened in the monkey story?
Anoman. Yes, he made a promise to bring Cinta home.
Was he lucky?
He got caught, and flames rose. A huge fire.
He is a legend.
Yes, a man will always admire.
Grandpa, what happened in the monkey story?
Anoman. Yes, he made a promise to bring Cinta home.
Was he lucky?
He got caught, and flames rose. A huge fire. Yes, a man will always admire.
Grandpa, what happened in the monkey story?
Anoman. Yes, he made a promise to bring Cinta home.
Was he lucky?
He got caught, and flames rose. A huge fire. Yes, a man will always admire.
Grandpa, what happened in the monkey story?
Anoman. Yes, he made a promise to bring Cinta home.
Was he lucky?
He got caught, and flames rose. A huge fire.
He is a legend.
Yes, a man will always admire.
Grandpa, what happened in the monkey story?
Anoman. Yes, he made a promise to bring Cinta home.
Was he lucky?
He got caught, and flames rose. A huge fire.
He is a legend.
Yes, a man will always admire.
Welcome back, everyone, to day one of week 3 of the arena stage. I'm your caster Liz, joined alongside by Private Dancer, as we had a pretty smooth day and short day today.
Yes, that's right. We started with phase 1 N19 being victorious over their counterparts, Fire Legion Esports. And then, like we said, one series is we had Stamina Esports were able to they have a spot in KML, so they're going to be competing in Asia. That means that Midnight Thieves were able to move forward. Unfortunate with our third match, Flash Smilodon and Trolls. Trolls was not able to compete, and Flash Smilodon will be moving forward. As we moved on to phase 2, N19 took a part Midnight Thieves in a very dominating 10-minute match, which means that they have a victory in their pockets as well.
Yeah, but looking at the board right now, guys, N19 auto win up against Flash Smilodon. Today, unfortunately, Flash Smilodon, a very dominating team throughout this tournament, is unable to come up with their full roster today. So they will be forfeiting the matches today. That brings us to N19, another victory in their books, and Midnight Thieves taking one game from Flash Smilodon. That's a win for Midnight Thieves. And looking ahead, N19 will be our challenger this week. Very dominating series all throughout today, and they played every game today, Private.
Yeah, so as we continue here, you can see the challenger that will be moving on to our Sunday. Phase 3 will be N19, a very dominating Saturday here. And we are hopeful to see if they can take that brilliance, take that domination, and take that momentum into potential victories on Sunday's Phase 3.
Yeah, everything was thrown into a shuffle this week, right? And this is N19's chance to be the challenger of the phase 1 and 2, and now moving into phase 3 and having a chance to take down the best teams so far in this tournament, DJB Club and BYL. And if they can continue that momentum and snowball it into tomorrow's games, they might be looking at some glory in their pockets and money in their bank. Now, a player from N19 will be joining us for an interview, B-Tier Mid, who is actually their Clash laner.
Yeah, the Clash laner for N19. I believe he should be in the room with us. How is it going, B-Tier Mid?
Hello, we are very happy that we're able to go to phase 3, and we will try our best to win.
Yeah, I mean, you guys played a very dominating series today, and some very interesting heroes that you picked out. For the Angela pick that game, what was going on in your in the team comps for that?
I think our mid is actually an Angela main, so I think he wants to play Angela. Yeah, I think that's basically the main reason. There's no really like specific strategic reason for it. Yeah.
And for me, like looking at your records, you guys are Latin America peak top 1 and NA peak top 1. Can I ask how many points do you need to have in your for your team to be top 1?
Like it depends on when we hit this placement during the season, right? And then our teammates hit this during the early part of the season, so it's like around like 1900 peak points.
So moving on will be harder, right? Private.
Yeah, and I was going to ask too, with you've been up against some of these teams here before, be it DJM or BYL, and or even teams like Flash Smilodon, where you have maybe not been as successful as you were today against Fire Legion Esports and as successful as you were against Midnight Thieves. Has there been any things that you identified that moving forward when you do go against these top teams that you're really kind of looking to show that you've improved on?
I think the main problem that we identified is our ban pick phase. Like, we think that we didn't pick the correct heroes at the correct time to form the best team composition. And then this week we talked a lot about how to fix this issue, and I think we are more prepared coming in this week.
Yeah, and absolutely. And tomorrow you guys get to face up against DJB Club once again. You actually took a game for them previously as well. So tomorrow you are the challenger up against DJB Club, and whoever wins will face up against BYL, right? Have you watched some of the matches that they've played and identify some heroes and to improve your draft?
I think we have viewed some of them. Yeah, and we also viewed some KPL tournaments to see how the Chinese professional teams pick.
Yeah, and it will show tomorrow. And today, you guys had a great tournament so far today. For you, and as a Clash laner, what gave you the name B tier mid? Do you play mid sometimes in your ranked and peak?
It's because, like, when I play peak, right, there's a lot of bad mid players. So then, like, I can't deal with bad mid players. So I named my game ID as B tier mid. Yeah.
Wow. For you then, can you recommend us one hero in your lane as a Clash lane? What is the best hero to play right now? And also for mid lanes, what is one thing that you think they can improve on to not be a B tier mid?
Okay, so for Clash lane, I think Chicha is really dominant right now. And I think what mid laners should do is to decrease their mortality rate. So then teams can have like more view of the map, because the mid lane is very important. And if the mid lanes die, then you can't really control the mid lane, which is very important in HoK.
And,
yeah, guys,
I was gonna actually.
You heard him. Stop dying. Stop feeding.
Yeah, basically don't feed. I was just gonna ask one more follow up there. As a Clash laner yourself, what is, I want to say, one piece of advice you can give to other Clash laners that want to separate themselves from that average ranking, decently ranking Clash laner to a dominant in peak, or at least getting to your level of a Clash laner? What do you think is the one piece of advice you can give the Clash laners out there?
Well, personally, I don't think I'm like very top compared to like the top Chinese teams. But then, like, I see very commonly what the top Chinese Clash laners do is that they are very sensitive to the time. So like they know like when the lanes like touch each other, so they can like prepare for that. And then I think that's very important. And also they remember like when the little what do you call it? The Yeguai. I don't know how to say it in English, sorry. Spawn, so then they can also like have better control of that.
Yeah, so know exactly when all the objectives spawn, right? That's very important for any player in the game. And last but not least, can you tell us a little bit more about your team for anyone who's not too familiar with you guys? How have you guys met? Have you guys been playing with each other a lot? And how did you guys make this team?
Yeah, we've been playing a lot. And then we basically met through a group chat and we just played together. And then we realized that we really matched really well, so we decided to come to this tournament and play.
And wow, you guys have been dominating this tournament. Very good job for all of you guys. Best of luck for tomorrow's matches. We're going to be up against some very strong teams, but I know you guys have been watching games and reviewing your own strategies, and hope you guys can show that tomorrow and give us a great show.
All right, thank you. We will try our best.
Wow, guys, stop feeding in the mid lane.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty handy advice when it comes to the mid laner. There is a lot of pressure when it comes to being the mid lane because you control a lot of the aggression and the tempo of the game because you want to be able to rotate. We've seen a lot of games, even some of the games here today, where clearing out the mid meant either the mage or the roam position was able to traverse through the river to get to those side lanes to get those quick ganks on a surprised side laner there. So huge advice from him, and the timing, big thing for a Clash laner. Remember the timing when lanes crash and when objectives are spawning. But very much excited to see what type of improvement they make when they journey against the top 2 teams in the North American Kings Arena tomorrow at Phase 3.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at Sunday's schedule. Tomorrow we'll be in the Phase 3 matches. All of these matches will be best out of 5 standard ban pick, but potentially DJB Club could offer to go another global ban pick, and that will bring us a really good show, right? So N19 versus DJB first half of the series tomorrow, and then whoever wins in that matchup will be up against the challenger of the previous 2 weeks, BYL, sitting there pretty comfortably and pretty confidently. So very exciting matches tomorrow, Private.
Yeah, this is going to be the last week of the arena stage for somebody to potentially dethrone BYL before we move on to the playoffs. So big pressure on the shoulders of these N19 and DJB Club to see if maybe they can strike gold here tomorrow.
Yeah, and striking goal will be what they need to play up against a team like BYL, right? All of these teams we've spoken to so far have been very confident, and you can really see that they enjoy playing this game and enjoy playing with their teammates. So we're excited to see them showing us and giving us a great show while enjoying the game. And a lot of great advice we've got so far through the interviews, right? Especially for a mid lane player like myself, stop dying and also give vision. Very important tips. Also buy venomous staff. So we've seen how important that is so far in this tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed talking to these players as well and listening and learning more about the players in our community. And that's the most important thing that we take from this tournament, right? Very exciting day today. We've seen N19 dominate the map throughout today's matches, and always a pleasure to cast alongside Private. Any last thought before we let everyone go?
Well, as you guys don't know, there is a community around this. If you guys look in the description of the video, you can find our Discord and join our community to find out all the latest and greatest going on with the North American Kings Arena and just things going on in North America honor of Kings in general. So make that your little bit of a hot spot there. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, handshakes, elbows, whatever else is out there for you guys to like the channel and continue with your great support here in North America. Private Dancer, an honor to cast for you guys.
Yeah, honored to cast with Private. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and join our Discord as well. Make sure you stay tuned for all the exciting events and games happening as well. Make sure to support STMN Esports on their journey at KML as they represent the Americas in an international stage in Asia right now. So watch some KML, also watch some KPL, watch some NAKA, and we'll see you tomorrow for Phase 3 matches. I'm Liz, signing off.